Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Hale Walker, and my guest today is Alice Rieves. Alice is not only the Executive Director of Mid-City Nutrition, but she is the face of Mid-City Nutrition. Alice, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Hale.
The last time you and I talked, you promised that you would come back and continue to update us on the building.
And I did, and I will.
So before we get the update on how construction is going, let's address what is the building going to do for your guests?
The building is going to be able to invite our guests back in. Where we are right now, it's too small, and especially with the COVID numbers, to have our guests inside.
So we're continuously doing carry-out?
Carry-out. We have never not served a meal since March 15th of 2020 when the country shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
We've not missed a meal. But that being said, the quarters are too close, the population is too at risk, and we just can't serve inside. When we get into the new building, we will be able to serve everyone in-house again. And it's very difficult because not only are we not serving in-house, but we're missing the relationships that we build with the individuals that we serve.
Because you're not only, frankly, just feeding them, you're sort of doing an assessment of what are the issues for these particular guests, and are there other organizations that might be able to help them, that type of thing too.
Yeah, so we are still working with Community First Health Centers, and they come over once a month, and they have a mobile unit that they have on site to address some of the needs. But it's more than just a physical need. They need the relationships, they need the caring, they need to know that we're their family and that we love them, and that we're there to take care of them, whatever their needs are.
So let's continue on with the building. So do we still have, at one time, one of the goals was sort of a community kitchen type thing, to be able to do some prep work that isn't being done today. Is that a goal that's going to be reached?
Yes. Not only is that going to be able, if you have a cottage industry, you can come in and rent that. If you have a banquet you want to do, it will be a serve-safe kitchen, and you can do that. It will also be used as a teaching facility for the individuals that we serve, that have no idea what broccoli is and what to do with it. How to use those beans that we have. How to prepare nutritious, tasty meals on a budget.
And do we have the professional staff to be able to do that already?
We will have the professional staff to do that, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All righty. Yeah. So now let's get into the building.
Okay.
From the trials and tribulations that anybody has in building a home or a business and that type of thing, we know that it's ridiculous to ask the question of when. But can you give us an update on the progress and how close we really are?
We're looking at the building being completed the end of this year, moving in the first quarter of next year. And I know people are tired of hearing it. They're tired of, I know you said blah, 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 blah. We couldn't control COVID. Nobody expected COVID. We can't control what goes on with the manufacturers. Right now, the walls are up. The framing is up for the kitchen to the dining room. All the block work is completed. The teaching kitchen, the outside of that, the framework is all up for that. They're starting to enclose that. We're waiting for a garage door. Okay. That will take into the teaching kitchen, so that we can unload everything. Until we get the windows in place and the doors in place, we cannot close in that building. The ductwork is in. The infrastructure for the toilets are in. The upstairs, there'll be there's an upstairs, the stairs are in, that's completed. The biggest thing, the freezer is in, the cooler is in. The biggest thing we're waiting for now are the windows and doors. When the windows and doors go in, then they can really get to work inside.
So we're almost there.
I'm figuring we're 62 to 70% there.
Okay. We're going to take a brief time out, but when we come back, let's see what the latest is with Alice Rieves.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
Semco Energy Gas Company is dedicated to you with a focus on customer service and fuel today for a sustainable tomorrow. Semco Energy works hard to make your time with family and friends warm and cozy. Semco Energy Gas Company. Natural gas works for Michigan.
Welcome back to Spotlight as we continue our conversation with Alice Rieves. So Alice,
Yes.
there are some big changes going on in your life.
There are.
As I said when we started this, every one of our viewers associates Mid-City Nutrition, affectionately known as our soup kitchen,
Yes.
with this face, with
Yes.
Alice Rieves. You're no longer going to be with us after a period of time. Tell us about it.
The executive board has hired Sarah Jones, who comes to us amazing. I mean, she's going to be great. She is going to be great. She comes from a library background. She has just moved here, bought a 35-acre farm out in Kanoke Township from Mount Clemens, and she's personable. She is, I mean, we've been to a few meetings. She jumps right in there. She has the computer knowledge and all of the, she just has everything that we need.
Well, how
She's
are you going to be able to
compassionate.
step away?
Well, you know, Hale, it's really funny because what happens is I have to step away. We need a new face to go into a new building with new ideas. And if I'm there, people are going to defer to me.
Good.
And they
good
don't
point.
they don't need to defer to me. You need somebody younger with new ideas. We've been doing the same thing, you know, we've added a few little things, but we've been doing pretty much the same thing for 30 some years. We've been doing it since 1987.
You know, you should be proud of yourself. That's a wonderful attitude to have, and to recognize that on so many different organizations and efforts, it is time to turn it over to a younger
Yes.
generation.
And it is.
So let's go to the next step. Let's meet her
Okay.
for our view.
All right.
If you'll stay with us, we're going to be right back, and you get to meet the new executive director for Mid-City Nutrition. Stay tuned.
Does your job feel like you're not making a difference? Would you rather do rewarding work that has a positive influence in the lives of others? If so, then it's time for you to join the team at Innovative Housing. Innovative Housing provides compassionate care, quality housing, and respectful support services for adults in the Port Huron area. They're hiring for immediate direct care openings now. Stop wasting your time at a job that doesn't matter. Start a career with Innovative Housing today. To apply, visit innovativehousing.org. That's innovativehousing.org.
Welcome back to Spotlight. As we introduce you to the new executive director for Mid-City Nutrition, Sarah Jones. Sarah, welcome.
Thank you so much.
So part of me wants to congratulate you, and part of me wants to pray for you to be able to fill those shoes of Alice Rieves, which is, as we all know, is huge.
Yes.
But congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about you and how you got involved in Mid-City Nutrition.
Sure. So I've been in public libraries for the last 18 years, which is a different kind of public service. But my husband and I decided that we want to be farmers. So a few months ago, we bought a farm up this way. And so I started looking for, a new career for myself. And I saw this job posting as an executive director, Mid-City Nutrition. And I'm new to the area. So I said, well, what's Mid-City Nutrition? And I started reading the job posting, and I knew, this is for me. Everything about this community service, this direct aid, working with a great team and volunteers, I just knew it was going to be the right home for me, and I'm really glad that the board agreed.
And it sounds like you're lucky. As you sat in the background for the previous interview with Alice, you heard Alice, recognize that there's an important time for somebody to step aside and let somebody come in. To be able to have that type of recognition has got to be a huge advantage to you.
Yes, Alice and everybody has been amazing, and it helps that there's this transition coming to the new building and some new board members. So it's a great time for a new person with new ideas to come in, but I am so excited that Alice and I have had a couple of weeks together so I can learn from her, because she is an amazing character in the community and she knows everyone, and just learning how she's been doing it for the past 30 years is really important to me as I move forward.
So Sarah, this is probably an unfair question, but have you gotten to the point where you've recognized some things that you might do differently, or is that a process for further in the future?
Right now I'm mostly observing
Sure.
and just seeing. The procedures in place are amazing. The amount of people and energy it takes to deal with all of the donations that come in every day, cooking 2 meals a day, plus all the other little things we do. There are really great systems in place. It is an efficient machine down in that church basement. So right now I'm just observing, looking for any areas where we can make a few changes, but right now things are great. I don't want to change anything too much yet, but I'm just observing and looking for opportunities and new things that we can do and any new partnerships we can find.
So Sarah, will you come back and sort of update us as you get rolling? We'd love to hear more about Mid-City Nutrition and how the progress is going with the building.
Absolutely. My favorite thing to do is to talk about the soup kitchen. You can't stop me already, so whether it's asking someone, if they might like to donate to us or if they might need some soup on both ends. I'm just really excited to be here, and I love to talk about the
Well,
soup kitchen.
congratulations on the position, and thanks for all the work that you do.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for staying tuned to EBW TV as we spotlight nonprofits and economic development in the Blue Water area. I'm Hale Walker, and this is Spotlight.